welcome to episode 10 of Todd Plays Minecraft with the Feed the Beast Monster Mod Pack Edition added on to the game. Today, I have something very exciting to show you guys. And you can kind of see it from the house here. You can see I've constructed a new building. And that building is filled with the most amazing creation I have ever created in Minecraft. Anyway, here's the old building that you remember, my factory. And there's the new building. It's a much bigger building. But let's start over here, because I've got a process I need to get started in here. So first of all, I've kind of redesigned this building. I have made an effort to hide the wires. And I think I've done a pretty good job. You can still see there is, of course, some plumbing that is exposed, bringing the water up to the steam engine up there. And I installed a battery up in the ceiling. I put in more batteries. There was always that battery. I put in a battery right there, and I put in a battery right here, so that when I'm not using the equipment, the electricity can charge up, and I have more of a buffer to continue running stuff if the sun sets and that sort of thing. Because the problem with the solar-powered steam engine is, of course, that it only works while the sun is up. But batteries can help overcome that technological shortcoming. Now then, but most of the wires are pretty well hidden, except for this one conduit. Okay, so I grabbed, I grabbed way too much iron for demonstration purposes. Let's just grab 4 so that this goes a bit faster. Okay, I've got this all figured out, guys. I've got it all figured out. Let's start with iron ore. And the battery is powering the lacerator. The lacerator is grinding up the iron ore in here. And I still say I love that lacerator machine. It looks so cool. It really looks like an industrial. It looks like a factory. It really looks like an industrial factory with heavy machinery running. And apparently, if you stand in front of that lacerator, it actually will hurt you, which makes sense. Factories are dangerous. And so there we go. So it has lacerated all the iron ore and ground it up. This is some other stuff I was doing, but what it has created is this dirty iron gravel. So I put in 4 iron ores. I got out 8 iron gravel, dirty iron gravel. So let's put the dirty iron gravels in the mixer. And all these machines are powered by electricity coming from the steam turbine, solar-powered steam turbine on the roof. So the mixer uses some water. Here's the empty bucket. It gave me back the bucket and has turned it into 8 clean iron gravels and sludge. More sludge, industrial waste. I gotta. There's a sludge thing that can actually give you a few resources from the sludge. Okay, so 4 iron ores have turned into 8 clean iron gravels, which I can now throw in the Slag Furnace. And the Slag Furnace is cool. The electricity is going underneath the floor here to the furnace heater, and that heater is so that's an electric heater, and that's generating the heat for the slag furnace. And we're turning this into iron chunks, and you can see, I think it was in the last episode that I tore up this wall back here so I could make the lacerator work. So I filled that in. I kind of like originally, I wanted the factory and warehouse type buildings to be just as boring as imaginable, because, they're just factories and they're not going to be great pieces of architectural design. But I do enjoy a little bit of variety in that it's not just a straight up cube now. There's this little protrusion here. And the fact that the protrusion is actually functional. It's not just because it looks good to break up the monotony. It's there for a reason. I had to install this box behind the lacerator, which was mounted to the wall that used to be here. So it's functional, and I kind of like when things are designed, when the way something looks evolves over time based on function. So this is something that happened because of a very practical functional reason. And it makes the building look cooler. Anyway, so the slag furnace has finished changing my 8 clean iron into 8 reduced iron chunks and 3 reduced iron chunks. Aren't those the same thing? I wonder why they split them up. But at any rate, so you can see we started with 4 iron ores, and now we're up to 8 plus 3 is 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're at 11 reduced iron ore chunks. And what's exciting about that, right now, if I took these reduced iron ore chunks and put them in a regular furnace, they would cook into 11 pieces of iron that I could use to make iron swords or iron treasure chests or whatever it is I wanted to do with them. So it is more than doubled, almost tripled the amount of actual usable iron I got out of those pieces of ore. And we're not even done yet because the crystallizer is the last step. And the crystallizer requires this aqua regia, which I had to go into the nether to get ingredients for. But now that it's there, it never gets used up. So that's cool, and it never goes away. So now, let's see. So I've got 5 spots. So I guess what I want to do is put 2 in each of these. And yeah, I can't use the one of them. Oh, well, this is the output spot. Okay, so now I've distributed the reduced iron ore chunks into the crystallizer. And the crystallizer is going to crystallize them into like crystal iron ore, which I can then cook and end up with even more iron ore than what I took out of the slag furnace. The only problem is you saw everything else went pretty fast. Well, the crystallizer is ridiculously slow. It's ridiculously slow. You can see this is the progress bar, and it's just painful to watch. So this is where you walk away. It's like, we're just going to let this cook. We'll come back later. And when this bar fills up all the way, 1 of each of these will be used up. There'll still be 1 in each of these and 2 in this one, so it'll still have to run even more. But anyway, what that gives you is this crystalline iron. And if we take the crystalline iron, oh, how is it? Really? It's already nighttime? Does hay have a use, or is it just decorative? I think it's just decorative. Okay. Morning, Zach. Hi, Zach the zombie. I'm heading to the factory. I'll be back tonight. It's like I have a job. A lot of Minecraft feels like you have a job. Sometimes I'm a farmer. Sometimes I'm a lumberjack. Sometimes I work at a factory. It's very weird to play a game that feels like work, but it's fun. Anyway, so we're back here again. So yeah, this is slowly working its way up. But yeah, so earlier I prepared some crystalline iron, and that's what's going to come out of the crystallizer when it's all finished. And I installed 1 new piece of equipment that's actually not new. Up here, I put an electric furnace with a solar panel and a bat box. And this is just because the whole point of this whole operation is to get extra resources to maximize the amount of iron I get. And so burning coal, like, I've gone out of my way to power this whole thing with solar energy and water from the river or the ocean out there, which is basically an infinite amount of water. It's not, but little old me is not going to drain the whole river. So this is all, renewable. And all I'm doing to the water is just boiling it, which just turns it into steam. So if this was a real world and not just a video game, the steam would go up into the sky, turn into clouds, rain back down as water, and get sucked up again. So that's totally renewable too. So I've done everything else in this whole process is renewable. And then I was burning coal or charcoal to do the final step, and I was just like, I have solar power and a solar-powered electric furnace, so why don't I just use solar energy for the very last step too? And now, oddly enough, my entire factory process, all this refining of ores, is entirely renewable. It's all solar-powered, but I like it. I like it a lot. Anyway, so the electric furnace cooks this crystalline iron and turns it into iron ingots that I can use in all my recipes. So that's finally working. This thing is, oops, I missed the ladder. This thing is totally online, guys. I have finally, and it does, it more than triples. I think it about quadruples the amount of resources you get. And, if I'm in a hurry, if I'm building something and I'm in a rush, I usually skip the crystallizer because it takes so long. At the slag furnace, you're already like tripling your output. So a lot of times I just take the stuff that comes out of the slag furnace and cook it into ingots right there because I'm a busy guy. Okay, so now what's in the big building? Well, one other thing, let me grab some more resources to help demonstrate. One other thing I've been working on here is this area out here. I've really been harvesting all the clay out of it. Now, of course, in the long run, I would like to build a quarry, and I'm getting closer to that. I'm getting closer to the day that I can bring my quarry online. And what's in that giant building is one example of, or one step. It was one step that I wanted to take before bringing the quarry online. And now that I've established that technology, I'm a little bit closer. So here's the big building, and here's what it's all about. You'll see I have a little chest here. And what happens if we put some clay in the chest? Well, you can see the clay is immediately sucked down into this pipe that goes underground. Oh my goodness! Where does it go? Where does this underground pipe take it? Where is it going? What is happening? What is this strange thing? What is this strange thing? And why do I want to pump my resources and everything into a pipe under the ground? Well, let's take a look, shall we? Here it is. This is the warehouse. I spent a long time on this, guys. I spent a long time on this. The box that we put the stuff in outside pumps them through pipes underground. And why these have to go underground when obviously all the other pipes are all over the place, I don't know. But I started out with the intention of hiding all the pipes, and obviously I gave up on that. But anyway, so they come out of here and they go into this. And I made this a diamond chest because I wanted to make this I wanted this to not be a choke point. I wanted to make sure, because when I have a quarry, what I'm going to do is run the quarry tubes. They're not going to go through this iron chest. The quarry tubes are going to go straight into this open tube here and straight underground. Which means that this chest is going to be the first thing they run into. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a bottleneck. So anyway, they come into here where they're immediately piped out. And they come into this. This is a diamond transport pipe. By the way, I don't think I can build a quarry now because I used up all my diamonds making all the stuff in here. But this diamond transport pipe lets me categorize where the ore goes. So you can see ore that is gold, that is iron, that is all the good ores that I might want to refine into ingots go this way. See, and they go into these iron chests that will hopefully never get filled up. And apatite goes here, aluminum, iron. They get kind of distributed willy-nilly. They get spread out into all these chests, but that's okay. I know that if I need iron or gold or aluminum, silver, whatever, they're going to be in one of these chests here. But it sorts dirt and stone and all of these things over this way. And then it goes into this box, and it doesn't really need to go into another box, I guess, but that's what I did for whatever reason. And then it goes into another diamond tube, and this tube separates out all of the clay products, which were important because I'm digging up a lot of clay right outside, so I wanted them to go in their own place. And the cobblestone, gravel, coal goes in another direction. So, and this is where these are miscellaneous. These boxes out here are for anything that isn't specifically categorized as something. So like basalt, marble, saltpeter, redstone. These are things, actually I might want to organize redstone, I guess. But these are all just the miscellaneous things because the mods had so many types of resources that I just couldn't create a special category for each individual one. But, so the dirt and cobblestone gets sent up, and the dirt gets sent through those pipes over there, and there's chests. See, each of these tubes are all connected to chests up there. So the dirt is flying through these pipes to there, and the stone is going through here. The cobblestone goes up with the dirt. Oh, I love this so much. This is such an amazing machine. This is, oh my goodness, this is fantastic. This is the best thing that's ever happened to Minecraft, is whatever mods allow you to build these sorting devices. There, see that? The cobblestone goes this way, and the cobblestone goes through those pipes and gets sent into these chests up here. So, because I figure when we set up the quarry, we're going to have mostly cobblestone and mostly dirt, because those are just the most common resources in Minecraft. And so all of these chests on this side are all for dirt. Oh, and some gravel got in here. That must have been... Oh, no, I think I did put dirt and gravel in the same place. Yeah, and flint. So these are just for dirt and gravel. And right here, this is where the dirt stops, and then this is where the cobblestone stops. And so these are all... I don't think it's getting all the way down there yet. But yeah, these are all for cobblestone. So the entire loft area is just for dirt and cobblestone and what's the other thing? Oh, and gravel. So anyway, this is all these. So these are all clay. This is sand. Sand is going over here in this area. Sand goes down there. That's all ore to be processed. This over here is coal. All the coal gets separated out and sent into these two chests right here, because regular coal can be used in coal coke oven, which is something I might want to build one day. And I believe that a coal coke oven doesn't work on charcoal. At any rate, I just felt like, the charcoal, which is renewable, is great, but because coal is not renewable, I wanted to put it someplace separate in case I need it for something. There's some clay that, see, the actual clay, all the red clay and the hardened clay and everything comes out here, but then the clay balls get sent up here, and the rest of the clay, the red and orange and hardened clay, goes here, but the clay balls go up here into here. Look at all this clay. I've dug this all out by hand. Well, I guess it's not by hand. I use my diamond tipped power drill. Power tools help. But still, it's and oh my goodness, and it sorts all of the clay balls. Oh, I love this. I love walking around and being like, look at all the things going. Oh, this is, I call this the warehouse because it's just for storage. But it feels like a factory with all of these tubes and everything going all over the place. But yeah, this is a warehouse. It's all storage. There's some clay. I love just watching this. It is just so beautiful. And I don't know if anybody else... I'm not super organized. I'm mixing up all of the clays. The orange clay, the red clay, the hardened clay, they're all getting mixed up in here. See, this is red stained, hardened, orange stained. I'm not super organized. It's like all the three different types of solid clay get mixed up. And all of the ores, if I was really organized, I would set out special things to keep all the iron ore in one chest and aluminum ore in another chest. I'm not super organized. I just generally, it's all just categories. All of the things that get turned into ingots go there. All of the clays go there. All the cobblestone goes there. So, I could take this and make it more organized than it is, but I'm really not that particular. This is just kind of a generic sorting process, but it works for me. It makes me happy. Also, you'll notice I built the floor here out of... This is pretty much all built, with the exception of the glowstone dealies, which came from the nether, of course, because glowstone is only found in the nether. Everything else is built from the stuff that I found right outside my front door. Digging, you can tell, even where I haven't dug holes straight down, I've been flattening this all out. So this whole building was built with stuff that's just right outside the door. The bricks here are just clay that you cook. And these walls are just red stained clay, and this is just cobblestone, so these were not processed at all. There's some hardened clay just because it looks a little different. I guess the wood, well, the wood all came from the forest that I have right over there, so it wasn't terribly far. Although that's a man-made forest, I planted all that. But still, so this whole building, I love that. This building looks fairly cool, but it's also just built out of indigenous resources. Oh, and this box right here is for diamonds. I haven't found any diamonds out there. This was just my test diamond enchantment. You know what? I've had so much fun with all of these mods. I have forgotten completely to build an enchanting table or a brewery stand or any of the cool things that are in regular vanilla Minecraft. I should actually build an enchanting table so that I could put Silk Touch on something if I ever wanted it. Yeah, I know. I've forgotten a lot of the vanilla Minecraft stuff in favor of all these cool mods. But anyway, so this is pretty much done sorting everything that I put in it. Let's let's fight some monsters as we head home. And so that's about all I have to show you guys today. This is one of these specialty monsters. An Enderman you can't hit with bows and arrows because they run away. Oh no! Oh no, I'm down to just half of one heart. You know what, guys? I think I'm just gonna run straight home. Oh my gosh. I'd never seen an Enderman creeper before, of course. Enderman teleport a microsecond before your arrow hits them, so you can't shoot them with arrows. And obviously the creeper variant of Enderman are the same way. So anyway, thank you for watching. I don't know what I'm gonna do next time for the next video. It might be the quarry, or it might be something else. I'm just so happy with that sorting system I had to show you guys. Thank you, and good night.